We are moving into enhancing team dynamics and culture. This is all about leading the team. For this program, I think this is our two mic drop moments. So employees don't leave companies, they leave managers and leaders, and coworkers are the unsung heroes of employee engagement. So this is what this course is all about. We are going to start by sharing the 12 statements of Gallup's engagement survey. There's 12 statements here. I've highlighted 8 of them. These 8 that are highlighted all have something to do with the leader. And so what we'll do throughout the course is pull out these statements and see how, as a leader, can you really bring this to life on your team. So in this course, we're going to start by leading by example. How do you engage your people? And then how do you foster that team? The first one, leading by example, very much your team take their cues from you. So how do you really model the way as a leader? An important statement from Gallup in this section is that at work, my opinions seem to count. So how, as a leader, are you really having your employees feel like their opinions and their ideas count? A key piece of this, and this is very hard to do, this is a real leadership skill that, it's growth from being a manager, which is how do you give space to fail? We give really tangible ideas for this. We have some wonderful stories to bring this to life, to really inspire leaders to let go and empower their people. The second section is all about engaging your people. Gallup's statement here is, my supervisor or someone at work seems to care about me as a person. So this is a hallmark of JB. It's something we love to do. So we are sharing tons of examples and hopefully inspiring leaders to embrace this on their own. But how do you make it personal? How do you capture details and then create that unexpected delight for people on your team? A really fun example of this is something we do at JB is whenever we're interviewing a candidate, we'll ask them what their favorite candy is. We make a note of that. And then on their first day, there's a bowl of that candy on their desk. It shows that we care. It shows that we've listened and really recognize them. One of the ideas, the folks on the call, you're probably very familiar with stay interviews. As you know, exit interviews, we ask employees wonderful questions that gain excellent feedback, but it's a little too late at that moment for the employee. So we introduce stay interviews on the leadership level. We give some examples here of what we use in our stay interview, and then we'll give leaders a chance to devise their own. So they could pull from some of these questions. Maybe they come up with a few questions on their own, but they're really challenged to set up a stay interview over the next month and really have those with their team and get some very valuable feedback. I'm going to share here tons of ideas. Sometimes leaders don't have a big budget. We are going to talk through how you share responsibility, visibility, flexibility, and really get leaders sharing with each other as well. How can you recognize and engage your top performers without investing a lot of money? So this is all about your star treatment. And we think Zig Ziglar says it best here, which is all of these things. It's just like bathing. We have to do this daily. We really have to recognize, appreciate folks daily, and we help leaders see how they can ingrain this into their everyday. And then finally, how do you foster a team? So how do you make your coworkers your unsung heroes of employee engagement? As you can see, Gallup has this engagement statement. I have a best friend at work. This can be a little trickier in our hybrid and remote environments, but it is not impossible. We just have to be intentional about it. And one story that I wanted to capture from this section is that leaders really need to know when to step up. And this is one of the most powerful quotes. Culture is defined by the worst behavior you tolerate, right? So as a leader, if you are letting things happen, that becomes your culture. So when do you step up and say, missing deadlines isn't acceptable. Gossip isn't acceptable on our team. So know when to step up as a leader, and then also know when to step back. So we have a great story. This is a leader who would conduct after action reviews with her team. And she found that she would actually just attend the last like 5 to 10 minutes of the after action review. She would step back so the team could be really honest and authentic without feeling like they, have to politicize anything with the leader in the room. They could share and they collaborate. And then the leader just steps in and here's all of the next actions, essentially the executive summary. So that's a perfect example when the leader can step back and really help team members build that cohort. Of course, all of our programs end with the like, what are you committing to doing right away? So this one is no different. And then again, here's a quick snapshot of everything that we covered.